Hello, everyone. I am Jen Giggles. Happy Pride! Here we are with our third stream of Pride Month. If you've missed it, Tuesday nights for the past few weeks has been Mutants in the Now. That's I think got a couple more, at least 2 more sessions on it. If I remember right, not sure. If you've missed any of it, you can always check it out on our YouTube channel, and you can check out all those under that particular playlist. And joining me today for this, what are we on, like 14th, 15th episode of Secrets of Small Gods is the usual cast of miscreants and misfits, starting with Billy.
Oh, I get to go first today.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi, I'm Billy. My pronouns are she, her. I'm playing a character called Lila. When I'm not doing this here, I'm working at a local queer center for all sorts of queer youth and trans folks and everything, and that's a great fun time. But I also do a podcast. The Nothing to Fear podcast is a horror movie podcast, and I am rapidly finishing up a summer series that I'm excited to put out called Twilight Summer, where I force myself to watch all the Twilight movies and then talk about them. So Nothing to Fear podcast, check that out.
I suppose those could be defined as horrors.
They're horrors, but not in the way people think they are. Just horrible.
And we have Matt.
Hi, everybody. I'm Matthew R. Dawson, a.k.a. Scruffy Wanderer on the tweets, Instas, and everywhere else. You can always find me over on my channel, the Random Rhapsody Network. We stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and do a bunch of other content on the side. So that's about me. That's what I do, and I'm playing Tybal Toldrum, the Catfolk Rogue.
And we have our newest member, Common.
Hi there. I'm Common Spider. My pronouns are they, she, and I will be playing Holly. Definitely spelled Holly. It's spelled whole. The Goblin.
It's a normal way to spell that name.
Perfectly normal. And our ever entertaining Kitsune is played by Tensei.
What? Entertaining? That doesn't sound like me. Hello, everybody. I'm Tensei. I use he and they, and I am playing Ishii Mao, the world's most jacked fox boy.
All right.
Leveled last session. Oops.
Which says a lot, because you took out a giant a skeleton giant in 2 hits.
Yeah, I did. Look, I hit things good. That's the whole purpose of this guy.
Yeah, he's a tank for sure.
Yep. All right. So we are still traveling. You guys have not had a chance to heal and rest. That's a very important point as to what's been going on, because you fought skeletons left behind by a giant, by a necromancer. You've been attacked by vipers while crossing gorges, and you're coming out the other side into the foothills of the desert, the actual desert portion. If we're in Golarion, you guys can arrange yourselves for a moment, but I am actually going to stop and steal your ability to do that so that everyone can see where we are.
Hey, quick question before you do that. Sorry. You said we're a little bit beat up, but I wasn't here last month, so should I change my HP and spells and stuff?
Any slots or any expenditures you had, I think there weren't too many.
I kept it pretty accurate. Your hit points are accurate, and your spells are as well.
Yeah,
so
cool.
I used 2 level 1s. You still got 1 level 1 and 3 level 2s.
Perfect. Okay, thank you. Sorry to derail already.
No, it's perfectly fine. It's no derailing. So, you guys came, as we've talked about, if you zoom in here towards the barrier wall, you can see in this area, you guys have come through, and you're starting to come out of the mountains in this area up here towards an actual you know, with a little bit of a river heading down the mountains and coming out into what's called the Golden Road. This is in Galarian history, an ancient kingdom based around Egypt and the Assyrian Babylonian societies. So that Arabian Peninsula, the ancient societies, and the ancient Egyptian, and a few, like a culture to east of them that's based around those. And the Mwangi Expanse book has a really, really great. The new Mwangi Expanse book does a really good job of making it much more accurate and less based upon England's interpretation of everything. So I really like the newer books. So if you want to find out more, the Mwangi Expanse book has some great information on it. And the core book obviously will have some as well.
Cool.
All right. So we'll get you guys back over here to the canyon that we are now crossing. Here we go.
All right.
And you guys are up in this upper section, and you're looking for obviously a way across. You've been hit by vipers, hit by skeletons. You're struggling a little bit, but over in this area, you did see a bridge as you came down, so you're heading this way towards a bridge.
Okay.
All right. Sure is hot.
Yeah, how's everyone holding up after everything?
I don't know if you know this, but catfolk actually come from desert areas, so I'm doing all right.
Does anybody
Fair.
need health or anything? I've got a lot. Potions.
I
Are
mean,
these
No, I'm good.
the kinds of predators you're used to over here?
oh, absolutely. Catfolk are at home in the deserts. We're actually desert creatures by nature. Now, me
Gotcha.
personally, I came from Absalom. I didn't grow up in the desert, but still, I heard stories from the travelers and the whatnot.
Are you telling me that skeletons are natural creatures of the desert?
Yeah. Oddly enough, probably a little more than you might expect. I mean, I've heard stories about just travelers going through the desert, seeing these gigantic skeletons, nothing but bones. The sand actually kind of like bleaches them a little bit, and so they last a lot longer in the desert. So, are skeletons common? Huh? I don't know.
Yeah, in the swamps you get nothing lasts for too long. It gets eaten up or it's a mummy sometimes, but there's a lot of stuff to eat, even the bones in the swamps. So we don't get a lot of them there.
Not to be too me about it, but we just found uses for the bones. We never really had much of a skeleton problem.
That's using your head. Or someone said, hey.
Is that one of those
Hey.
grind their bones to make your bread kind of thing?
No, that's giants. I'm much smaller than that.
Yeah, that's the big ones. I'm going to sit under the shade of this tree while we're chatting. I'm an old woman after all.
So there isn't much space here. It's probably like this section, not really a safe place to make camp. There is a nice grove of trees over here if you wanted to make camp there. Otherwise, you did see, as you were coming down, an oasis. It was it was probably another hour or two's walk away, but there was an oasis that you saw.
Now,
Oh.
refresh my memory. We were on the hunt for a necromancer. We saw him up in the mountains, and we were trying to track him. Is that right?
Yeah, this seems to be the same direction. Like everything seems to be going this way. That necromancer may have crossed at a different point, but you're not sure because there's footprint, like all the footprints that you could find directed towards this area and this bridge kind of thing.
Would the necromancer make camp at the oasis as well, do you think? Or would they just keep going?
I mean, we know that there's some bandits up in these mountains that we're looking for. Maybe the necromancer is aligned with them, maybe they're not, but we definitely know they're here in the mountains. I don't like the idea of camping knowing that idiot's out there. Now,
Yes.
what about time is it, if you don't mind my asking?
It's nearing late afternoon. You could make the oasis if you wanted. It's up to you how you want to push through. The oasis is possible. It'll be evening when you arrive there. Otherwise, you can arrive tomorrow in the morning. Well, it's still cooler in the desert because the temperature has been climbing and it gets cold at night. So early morning, pre-dawn to midday travel is usually best when you're in the desert because you don't bake to death.
Well, could we make it by the evening? I think we could make it tonight, don't I think?
If we think we can make it by this evening, I vote heading to the oasis. Better chance that if the necromancer's there, that we'll catch him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we shouldn't stop if we don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems like a good plan.
I'm just gonna arrange my like robes and my stuff into like some sort of shaded hood thing to keep the sun off.
Not a bad idea.
I've got
All
my
right.
hat down, too.
Let's go then.
Okay. All right, how are you going to cross the bridge? In what order?
Lightest to heaviest?
How sturdy is this bridge?
I'll take it.
It's really, it seems solidly built at this point. Much better than some of the other bridges you were crossing earlier, where things were like rickety and half done and somebody had burnt one. This bridge is in solid state. The other bridge, you can kind of see the remnants of one. It looks like it may have been destroyed just a couple days ago, but you're not exactly sure. So that might have been a recent destruction, and somebody put up a new bridge. Because these planks, although a little sun bleached, aren't rotted in any way.
Can I check or maybe you're on the same line as me, Scruffy. Can I want to like look at this old bridge and see if it was like wear and tear it broke, or if it was like a clean cut from a dagger, like someone maybe did it on purpose.
It wasn't a clean cut. It looks like it caught on fire in parts, and then some of it looks a little rotting. Like it was an old bridge, and then somebody recently burnt it. Because the burn marks don't really stay on rotted wood unless it happened after the rotting started. And you have plenty of experience with that, having lived in a swamp for 700 years.
Yeah.
Before we cross, can I just take a gander underneath this thing, make sure nobody did anything nefarious to it?
Sure.
Not a bad idea.
Roll a check. It's going to be investigation. If you have best guess.
So perception.
Perception, yeah.
Perception check. Wow.
Unfortunate.
Looks good to me, everybody.
Could I give it a shot too?
Feel free.
Did you look under the bridge or just at the bridge?
I'm just looking. I can see the bridge is right there, and there's clearly
just like-
nothing.
That looks good. Yeah, it looks
fine.
good.
It's totally fine.
Okay, I trust you. Oh, what happened to Holly? Oh no,
Holly's still here, but Nope.
Nope.
Now Holly's gone.
Well, he's gone. Okay, well, obviously don't look at this bridge because it just fully snatches up people. Oh boy.
Okay, I won't look at it.
All right, let's give a minute here. Hang on.
Yeah.
Is there a message?
It looks like their internet just went down.
Yeah.
Oof. That's yeah.
That's rough. Oh boy. Oh boy.
We'll give Common a couple minutes here. Happens. It's the life of a streamer. We all know this.
Well, since we're all waiting, how about we just check out these footprints and everything in this area, see
Sounds
if
good.
anything stands out.
Sure.
Yeah, I'd like to help if there's any role. I'll do the help action.
Sure. You can take a help.
What kind of footprints are they?
That's a good question. Roll your perception.
I mean, in like general, are they like animalistic? Are they human? Or like?
A mix. It's a mix.
Okay. All right.
Now?
Then what
Yeah,
I
I
was
can
gonna
hear
do
you.
is probably not helpful.
We'll see you.
Is it too late to try perception?
Nope. Go right ahead. We waited.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
You're really taking a good long look at it too.
Not that it did much.
Yes, but a natural 1 is never good, but an 11 is always better. You don't see any cuts or intentional damage on the bridge, where you can't find anything issuey there. You see when you guys are investigating the footprints, there's several sets of booted and a couple sets of skeletal prints.
Ooh,
Skeleton tracks. I've seen these before.
yes, indeed. We definitely should be following these. Where there's a skeleton, there's a necromancer.
Usually, or there's a dead necromancer and the skeletons roam free.
Or like the skeletons are just like in us.
They're just
They
going to
say
get you.
deep,
All right. So
deep down
you
the
guys,
skeletons win in the end.
the skeletons will win in the end. All right, you guys going to cross the bridge?
And am I leaving again?
Send the skinny ones first.
Send
Yeah,
the
I'll
skinny
go.
ones first. Oh, we lost, but that's okay. We can send the skinny ones first. We know that's the process right now.
Yeah,
So-
I'll go
Okay, am I
over.
coming-
If I die, it's a 700-year-old woman, but that's okay. I've had a good long life.
I've got my
Had a good long
crossbow
life.
out, ready to snipe if anything like pops up.
All right, I'm gonna shuffle across the bridge. What? Here I go. Oh boy, it's very tense. How's this for you, streamers? Okay, did I make it?
Why don't you roll an acrobatics check?
Oh no. +2. Here we go.
Lila had no issues. The bridge was so sturdy that even smacking it with her cane didn't do any damage.
Excuse me, it's my trident that I'm smacking it with. But this bridge is fine. Come over, everyone. Come on, come on, come on.
All right. All right. So now, Holly, you're going to cross second.
Yes.
Okay.
So acrobatics?
No, you don't need to actually roll. Lila was moving so slowly she had to roll.
Gotcha.
That's
Sorry for all the disconnections. Looks like it's gonna storm.
Oh yeah, that does never helps. Even I'm wired on internet, and if the storm rolls through, it's not fun.
Yeah, coming here for sure. Oh, it just started.
Oh, you got some rain, huh? Cool.
Oh yeah.
All right, so let's move you across then. There is a ladder. If you look, there's a ladder right here because you got to go up onto this little area right here as you get across. All right, who's next? The one in armor or the nimble little kitty?
Why don't you go next, Ishii? I'll cover you.
Right.
Nimble little kitty.
Nimble little kitty. Actually, you know what? Just to be safe, change shape into fox, run across, change shape back.
That's awesome. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely. And Ty will head over last.
All right. Climb up that ladder and get on up here where you're going to be.
Woo.
Let's get Lila off the slide down to the lower level. The 5 feet of sudden dramatic change in elevation.
You would really deprive somebody of a fun slide?
That would not be a fun slide. Sand
slides
and
are fun.
hard stone, not fun to slide on.
I'm told to slide anyway. Thank you for saving me, Ishi. You're good at spotting me.
Okay. All right. So, best as you can tell, you can get out over here, or over here, or even way down here. You're not sure which one's the best path for you, but they all kind of seem to, if you're looking, they all kind of lead to the same direction towards the rest of the desert.
Where are the footprints? Like,
Yeah, where does
do they
skeleton
continue?
footprints go?
Roll a perception. You're tracking.
I'll take a little perception. Oh yeah, baby.
I mean, survival would work as well if you have that.
Lila's hot, hot, hot. She's rolling hot tonight.
The skeleton feet go this way, along with a bunch of the booted feet.
Okay. Yeah, let's follow those.
No, go that way.
Okay. Roll a perception as you reach here. Everybody who gets down here, roll a perception. So, you two are coming down, I know, so.
Holding at 16.
23.
Also a 16.
6.
Teen?
No.
Holly's very busy trying to get through the soft sand area and totally misses this. But the rest of you do notice. We're gonna move this on to the token layer.
Oh.
There is a swarm of rats eating what appears to be a zombie.
I hate swarms.
They are clearly taking care of one another. We'll just walk by very quietly and then we don't bother them.
And they charge. Everybody roll initiative.
Oh, damn it.
Hey, that one worked.
There we go.
Zombies and rats.
That rat is not doing well. Okay.
What happens if you crit fail initiative? Do you just never get to go ever?
You go last. You go last. Like, even if somebody else rolled a 6, if they rolled a 2 to get that 6, you're behind them.
No, you have to leave the table. You can't play Pathfinder anymore.
I hit the wrong one, but I rolled a 25.
Okay, hang on. Let's go manually add you. Okay.
Was that me that just got?
What was that? What?
Was that me that just got disconnected, or?
No, I can still hear you.
Oh, okay.
Still hear you.
Still hear you. Still see you on online. So should be good. All right. So the rat swarm is decided to attack you. Everybody, Ty, you go first. Not that these guys are very strong.
Yeah, I had my crossbow out, so I'm going to be taking a shot with that. That would be a 26 to hit.
That's a hit.
I hope so. Let's see. Since I'm first in combat, I also get sneak attack with this. So here's a little damage. Here's a little more damage. That's a total of 18 points of damage.
You kind of just do this weird rapid fire thing you'd heard, where you just kind of using the bolt to load up, and you wipe out the swarm almost immediately.
Oh,
They're just gone. They had no chance to even make it to you, and so that is that.
with one bolt.
Except
Wow, yeah.
you hear a cry behind you.
Oh no, the rat
Oh.
swarm was a mother.
It was
They
less
kinda
a
do
swarm
have a
and more
mother.
just like a single file line that just like
Yeah, that I just skewered. I skewered all
You just
of them.
do, all the way up. They all just were wiped out. You hear a cry of "My babies!" from behind you.
God damn it. Wait, I thought you said they were eating a zombie. Where's this
They
zombie
were.
at?
Yeah,
This is dead. It's literally the remnants of it. There's nothing left.
Oh, okay. So it's a dead zombie.
It's a dead zombie.
More dead. Okay.
Like, this zombie was defeated. There's no magic left in it, kind of
Okay,
situation.
okay.
And behind you, you hear a cry of "My babies." You turn around, and there is a were-rat.
Oh, hello, rat.
It's abnormal, but this were-rat seems to be fully aware, so they're probably not a infected, but a natural-born were-rat. But they're after you, so...
So is this a rat that becomes human or a human that becomes rat? I have to represent mutants in the now.
It's more likely a halfling that became a rat kind of
Fair
thing.
enough.
Like, it's an aware rat. God damn it, Billy. You need to say those out loud, not type them in chat. Thank you.
It's in the were rat.
well, since it's still my turn, and since this rat suddenly seems to be aware of us, I'm going to use my second action to reload my crossbow. I'm going to use my third action to shoot at this dude right over there.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, that I rolled the wrong one. Let me redo it. Or you just take the, what is it, -4. So it would be in a 12 to hit then.
That is not going to hit. You do miss.
Did think so. So that is it for my turn.
Okay. And now it is Holly's turn.
I don't have any ranged attacks.
That's okay.
So is there any way I could theoretically throw something?
Do you have a dagger?
I do have the emergency dagger from the house.
Yeah. Go ahead and throw the dagger. Daggers can be thrown. They do have a range. Just a second here.
Emergency dagger.
Yeah.
yeah.
I love
Oh
it.
wait, it's not an emergency dagger, it's emergency dagger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
Let's see. Armed attacks, melee weapons, dagger. Range is 10. So 5, 10, 15, 20. You're 20 feet from it, so it's in a medium distance, so it's going to have a penalty to your range, but you can throw it.
Or you can move and then throw it.
Yep, or you could move closer and throw it.
Yeah.
Time to brawl.
It's only 20 feet to get right up next to it.
Yeah, at that point,
Yeah.
I might as well just punch it.
Yeah, that would actually work really well too. Might work better, actually.
All right, I'm going to just do that then. I have unarmed fists. And since I don't know what to do yet, I'm just going to do Powerful Fist, since that one's just by default.
Sounds good.
Okay, does a 21 hit?
A 21 does hit. So, let's see, that's 8 health. Okay. All right. You come up right next to it and you just go wham. You do have your second action or third action for the round. You can punch it a second time if you wish. So you click the second attack button.
Absolutely.
That
It's the
misses.
15 hit. Gotcha. Sorry about your babies. They just showed up.
All right. It is now Lila's turn.
Yeah, so wait a minute. We came around a corner, a bunch of rats, we startled them without trying anything, we killed them, and now somebody's like, my babies, and now we're killing this person. Are we the bad guys?
Yeah, generally.
Sometimes you are.
Adventurers tend to be the bad guys in a lot of situations.
She's like, these rats are minding their own business. They're having a nice zombie lunch. And then this lady's like, you kill my kids. And we're like, you know what?
The kids did try to kill us. I mean, they did jump up and attack us. Just because I shot them all through the mouth at the same time doesn't mean they weren't leaping to attack. So
We don't know that.
We're not. It's morally gray.
I mean, it also, let's just say you're a cat. I understand you see a rat, you have an instinct. It makes sense. But like,
To
we
shoot
don't.
with a crossbow, yeah.
I mean, I am definitely going to be using that shish kebab later tonight for dinner. That's besides the fact here.
Roll a hang on. It's a recall knowledge check on monsters. Let's hang on.
Because I'm like, I don't know if I want to attack this person.
Anyway,
We can speak to them.
Jen never said that the rat swarm was attacking us. She said they charged.
I
Maybe
know.
They were coming in for hugs. We don't know.
Yeah. We'll never know now. That genie is well and truly out of the bottle.
If you have medicine
yeah.
or nature and the ability to use nature in a place of medicine, you can roll a recall knowledge check now.
Let me whack a nature
Can I
on
make
there.
a catfolk lore check?
Oh yeah, rat's bad. We get it.
Actually,
seen
you
the
could make a
footage.
cat folklore if you have that check. It'd also be a recall knowledge.
I absolutely do. It's a 23.
I got an 11.
All right, I'm using this as against your actions, but those rats were plague rats.
No.
They were
plague rats.
infected with something.
Yeah, I'm telling you, those things would have just jacked us up. They're not friendly. We're not in the wrong here. That thing's probably diseased too, and if it bites you, you might turn into one of them. I don't want to deal with that. So yes, we are absolutely in the right here.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
All right.
Shoot it, Lila.
I just think we should run away. Okay, plague rats. Okay, those are bad. We don't want the plague rats. Okay, all right. Okay. So wait, have I used one of my actions then? I got 2 left now?
You've got 2 left, and Ty only gets 2 actions next turn.
Okay, because we're having a little chat. Okay, well.
You're like, no, those are plague rats. Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah, plague rats, okay. All right, well, then I'll just do a thunder strike on you for 2 actions. I'll just call down a thunder strike. Zap! Reflex DC 16.
Reflex DC 16.
You got to
Okay.
beat a 16. Okay, never mind. You are fine.
Hang on.
Do they at least take half
Cracks the
damage?
thunder, dealing 1d12 electrical damage and for sonic damage.
Metal?
Okay, so they take half damage if they save.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that's
Do they critically save? That feels like it's maybe a critical save.
that is a critical save. So a critical save means they would take no damage.
All right.
So-
Well, Okay, I tried something. All right, I'm locked in. I'm ready. I'm focused. I'll do better next time. We'll kill this person we just met. All right, my turn is over.
Okay. So now it becomes the Wererat's turn. The Wererat is going to use its short sword to stab at excuse me.
Holly.
To stab at
Right.
Holly. I need to hydrate.
Hydrate before you
gotcha.
dehydrate.
Hydrate.
I'm all out.
All right.
Great.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a drink.
That is
Listen.
not going to hit. It comes at you with its short sword, and you just go like quick hand chop against it, and it drops the blade, protecting yourself from it perfectly. Which, however, does result in the it trying to bite you on its second action, because you are right there and it no longer has a weapon.
Ah. That is also going to miss.
That is also going to miss.
Listen, we're trying to like talk something out. I feel like there was a big misunderstanding after we got jumped by your children, but maybe we can figure out something.
It hisses at you, and excuse me. Nope. Okay.
Jaws. Oh no.
It is going to. It is going to claw at you on its third. As it drops its hand, tries to bite, you miss, and it swipes its paw at you as it goes down and lands on all four and hisses, saying, "No."
Listen, this isn't a fight you're going to win. And like, I'm probably the most merciful of them. You see that cat? She was drooling.
She's not wrong. You might want to listen.
All right.
Yeah.
It is Ishi's turn.
We're I'm on the wrong tool. We're gonna charge over here with 2 stride actions. And just
Okay.
like this is look, we tried to be peaceful. She said no. I'm gonna respect that wish. And I'm gonna just run up, big axe behind me, jump, slam into the ground.
Yes.
All right.
Does a 20 hit?
No.
Well,
It
I missed,
doesn't.
and it's just a big pile of sand.
You see, it watches you come, and it just kind of shuffles really quickly, kicking up some sand as it rolls out of the way in a moment at the last second against your attack.
Pocket sand. Sha-sha!
It just pulled what everyone should do to Darth Vader on you, right? It just kind of threw the sand up in your up in the air and got away.
No
Yeah.
sand.
So you,
But
yeah,
it still looks cool because I like hit the ground and sand goes. Poof.
yeah, you caused a big plume of sand to come up as well. But yeah, that's it. It dodges you.
There's still time to run away. There's all the time to leave this encounter.
It comes back around. It is Ty's turn.
Okay, you said I have 2 actions this turn, so my first action is going to be to load my crossbow.
Uh-huh.
Now, my question is, since Holly and Ishi are over here, is this individual flat-footed for my shot?
Not for your
Okay.
not for your shot.
Okay. Then,
Oh wait.
Hmm.
I'm sorry. We're flanking it.
Oh, you are. So you did hit.
Rewind.
10.
So it takes 10 damage. No big deal.
Yeah.
Not really much of a change.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Play.
Okay.
Sorry.
It does kick up sand, but you still catch it with your blade. So,
Oh.
that's all.
Ka-chunk. 22 to hit.
Hits.
So I assume I do not get sneak attack for this, so that's going to be 4 piercing and 1 acid.
All right. Okay,
That's it.
that's it. All right. So
no more actions.
it is now Holly's turn.
Cool. So if she's not letting up, Holly's just gonna continue with the fist fightery.
Okie dokie.
So she hammers in the morning.
Oh,
That is not a critical hit.
feels like a critical hit.
It's not.
It's
It
not.
feels like it
numbers
should
are
be.
green. All the numbers are green. What is it saying?
I mean, you do 9 damage to it, but it's
Yeah,
not.
that's still good.
Yeah.
That's still good.
You-
Yeah.
You hit it critically, but it's not a critical hit, you know?
Right.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
You laid really solidly, just right upside the jaw. Okay. You still have 2 more actions you can do this turn.
Oh, I can't get there.
And in the evening,
That's a miss.
and then one more rapid strike, an attempt at the uppercut.
Oh, miss.
And
That's
that
still good.
misses.
I'll take what I did.
I mean, that was still a nice solid hit. It's skittering
Yeah.
around on the ground really a lot right now.
You have the chance to run away. Now do it.
Go
It is
away.
Lila's turn.
Hello, it's my turn now. Okay, well, I'm going to move 10 feet up and be like 5, 10, 15. Yeah, I'm in range. I'm going to say, all right, well, you can still get away, but maybe I'll inspire you to run away with these little bites, and I'll do buzzing bites. It's only going to do 1 damage if it hits. But I was like, you have a plague of rats, here's a plague of termites.
Okay.
Never mind.
It takes 1 damage because it doesn't critically save.
But it likes the termites, and now they are on her side. Oh no!
All right. So a bunch of sand mites rise up and start biting it. And yeah, it is not looking great. It is not happy. And it just lunges at Holly, teeth and its jaw just wide open.
All right, I still have 1 action.
Oh, you still have an action. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just gonna move a couple more. I'll just move again. I know I have more move than that, but I'm just gonna move a little bit.
Okay. So it's lunging, jaws wide open, right at Holly.
Fun.
Does it hit?
Nope. AC of 20, baby.
It plants a claw right on your chest and then comes down to try and bite you a second time.
Gotcha. The claw still hits.
Claws hit. You take 3 damage from that. So the claw comes in and just catches your chest as it lunges forward for a second bite as you backed away and just smacked it, and it just grabs you to bite again and misses.
And
Your
we didn't
hands
go
are
from
pretty
last time,
fast.
too.
You just miss catching that second, that paw trying to pull you back in.
So I am down to 31, all things considered.
It's not too bad when you think about it.
Yeah.
All right, and it is Ishi's turn.
Well, you know my MO by now. Smack
Yeah.
at the ground furiously with this axe for a little bit.
Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Does a 28
28 hit.
Yeah.
It is not a critical.
for 14?
You kill the rat. You just
Cool.
come down with a whack as it's bouncing back off of Holly from its bite. You catch it right in the back, and that just, actually technically that is a critical hit. So let's because of that. So yeah, 28 damage in 1 hit. So since as it's bouncing off of Holly after failing to bite her twice, you just come in and whack right through its side and sever it. And as its last breath leaves its body, you hear it whisper, "He said you'd come."
Oh no, we had information in this dead rat. Ah.
It is pretty easy to see us coming. But
It's true. We barely ever tried to hide.
We really should try to hide more often.
I mean, you're probably right.
The only sneaky one in the party has been Ty for so long.
I mean, look at me. I can't sneak around.
yeah.
And that's how I always get hit, is because I'm sneaking ahead trying to look out to make sure we don't get ambushed, and then I get stabbed in the back. I'm just saying. Anything
right.
on that were-rat? I heard something about a short sword.
Just a
Yeah,
wallet
it
with
dropped
like
the
a
short
picture
sword.
of all its babies in it.
I mean, that's what it did. It dropped its short sword. It's just a plain, ordinary short sword. You do find a hand crossbow on it as well, with just a couple of bolts.
I'll stag those bolts anyway.
So that's basically all you've got. Didn't have much on it. Seems to just have been living out here. No problems, not worried about much in life.
When we showed up.
Hey, Ishi, you're strong. Why don't you hold on to this short sword and crossbow? We can sell it when we get to civilization.
Hang on, maybe we should bury the body, like, respect, but also, like, I don't want to assume there was diseases here, but, like,
You know,
rat.
we could
It
burn the
is-
body. I could burn it.
It is called a plague rat.
I mean,
I don't know rat customs that well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
you know those babies were diseased. You don't know if it was from before or after they ate the zombie, but they were all of those rats had a disease.
That
Something.
reminds me, I'm gonna like whip around and slap the skewer of rats out of Ty's hand and be like, "Don't eat that."
Oh, I don't worry. I wasn't anywhere near that. The moment I realized they were plagued, I wasn't going to touch them.
All right, don't eat those. Drop it.
Yeah, don't eat those.
You
We're
have
not
to
gonna
you
eat
have to
those.
boil them to get the bacteria out.
Yeah, it's okay. I
And-
got some dried fish from the previous place. We're good.
That Les Stroud, when he told you how you had to cook a squirrel so badly, so burnt that it was considered that there was no liquid left in it, and it was dried out meat from cooking it, and that was the only way it was safe to do it without getting the diseases. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna survive on on squirrels then if I can avoid it.
No, definitely not. Boil them, it's better. Anyway, let's go ahead and keep on moving. Hold on. Actually, before that, we didn't find a warren or anything for these, did we?
No, you didn't see a warren anywhere. You'd have to search to see if you could find where they were living.
I would like to do so, please.
Okay. Roll a. In this case, it's you're tracking where the rats came from. It's a survival. You get a lower rank. You do a little bit lower on that when you roll a perception.
17.
You do find it. It is actually just over here in the tree area, and so you don't see. There doesn't seem to be any other creatures living there. There was just seems to be this group of rats that had been in there.
Nothing shiny or pretty in there?
Nope, nothing shining or pretty in there. Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm good whenever y'all are.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
we're going
good.
to take a short break because, as we all see, Tensei had to take one. We'll be back in about 5, maybe 10 minutes at most. And in the meantime, the party's burning the zombie and rat corpses. Welcome back, everyone. As we all know, I am Jen Giggles. Pronouns are she, her, hers. I am joined by our usual cast of misfits and miscreants that are all finding out what the heck is going on with the small gods all around Galarian. So we have we have left behind a charred remnants of a were-rat, a zombie, and a bunch of plague rats. A rat swarm that had shown up and attacked. And now our crew has made it. It is late in the evening, and the team has just arrived at the Oasis. See yourselves up there on the Oasis?
Here we are.
So, as we're coming up to it, what does my kitty eyes spy? Is there any lights? Are there any people moving about?
There's no people here as far as you can tell. There's really, like, it seems to be, it's late in the evening and there's nothing movement. So are you guys gonna investigate and examine this place?
Mm-hmm.
I'll check it out. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, what you can find, it is covered in animal tracks, so you're going to need to make some survival checks or perception checks to see if you can spot anything.
Survive.
23.
23.
6.
You do see a couple of boots, a couple tracks of boots, and some skeletal feet. One set of boots has definitely gone off and scooped up and gone to the water's edge and left. They did not stop.
Okay, I'm gonna
no.
just point that out to everybody.
Okay. What do we want to do then? Keep following the tracks? Do we need to refill our water and heal or anything?
Definitely need to refill our canteens, no doubt about that.
Yeah. Should we rest for a short amount of time here and then keep going?
I mean, how y'all feeling? I'm not feeling terrible.
I'm old and hot, but I'm okay.
I mean, I got some soreness, but like, yeah, at this point, you just wake up with it.
Do you need healing? You got hit a couple of times. I got the potions. I got lots of potions.
Yeah, if you got like a little bit of potion, I can take it.
Yeah, I'll give you one of my little healing potions. There you go. Here you go.
I'm a little beat up
Okay.
as well, but I'm not horrible.
Do you want... I got 8 healing potions left, and I have a wand of heal. I can do that too if we need it.
Yeah, why don't you use that wand to heal since it's one day?
Yeah, all right. That wand on you.
All right.
Really,
Are you guys gonna?
saying that? Cast from the wand once a day anymore, and you roll a DC 10 check. Wait, what do I cast?
Heal.
I get
You
basic
cast heal as a first level spell.
heal. Oh, I don't have that written down, so I don't know.
That's
it's
it's 1d8, I think,
All right,
but it's in the compendium.
all right. I'll roll a D8. There you go. Well, for Galarian's sake, you get 1 health. Sorry, I haven't
So
used
1
this
HP?
very well. 1
Heal
HP.
is let me hang on. It is you restore 1d8 hit points on an action for 1 action. That's all it is.
I rolled a 1 on this 1D8.
Okay, so I got
If you decide you want to take 2 actions, it will heal 8 hit points to that person.
Well, I'll learn. I'll remember that for next time. I haven't used the wand very often. I don't know how it works. I'll figure it out.
that's fine.
Okay.
That helped me
All
out
right.
a touch more. I appreciate it.
All right, you guys are gonna take like a short rest here, like an hour to rest up and then move on,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to.
or are you just moving straight on?
No, we'll rest for a little bit. Recover.
Do
I'm
y'all
gonna take
need
a
to?
healing potion. I don't know, just a little bit. Sit down, relax. I'm walking so much.
Oh, how do you use a healing potion again?
You just drink it.
1d8 though. 1d8 health as well.
Let's hang on. Items, minor healing potion is just a second. Is heals 1d8 hit points.
Okay, I'm going to use the one Ishi got me for 6 hit points.
Okay.
Whoops. Oh, that's not a roll. Jeez, oh Louise, sorry.
It's all good.
All right, 4 hit points. That brings me back up to full.
Okay. So you guys are just taking like an hour here before you move on, or are you going to move from right away?
Is there a short rest mechanic in Pathfinder, or is it
Nope.
is it not like D&D?
Nope, no short rest mechanic. You have to
Okay,
take a rest to get all your spells back, and it's a
Alright.
full rest.
Then we'll just rest until we like fill our canteens and I can stretch a couple of times, and then we can go on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd at least like to examine the water's edge, do a walk around, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. That like while everybody
Okay.
is kind of resting.
Yeah. Well, those two
Yeah.
are sitting there relaxing. You two to walk around. Sure. Roll your perception or roll perception in this case. Yeah.
I'll share some of my cheese with Holly.
I'm also going to be
Holly
casting
will
detect
gladly
magic.
accept.
God, all of this foliage is exactly at eye height. What happened here?
15 for me.
You don't see anything. It is definitely a well-used watering hole. There are animal tracks everywhere, and in fact, you spot something before Ishi does, and wave him back to back over with the others. This is a watering hole, so remember, you don't have to do anything.
Just have a little drink and then we go.
A
Oh,
Pride of Lions arrives.
Oh no.
Fun.
So there's just a Pride of Lions that come wandering in. Everybody roll perception.
Yeah, I'd like to roll to see if it was a happy pride.
16.
It is definitely a happy, well-fed pride. They are not looking to hunt right now. You can tell they're just here for water. Holly, you, however, are looking the other direction from everyone else. You see them right before everyone else hears them as a pack of elephants arrives. There are
Oh,
some
no.
babies with these. Yes, it's not actually elephant tokens.
It's
They're
elephant
like,
tokens.
They're like war elephant tokens because that's all they had. But those came with everything. There are several adults, a couple of teenage, what we would say were, teenage or
Juvenile,
young
yeah.
adult, and some babies in this group. So there is a massive pile of elephants on the other side of the watering hole.
Is there
All
a
right.
warthog and a meerkat?
Yes, they're very
No.
important. Oh, it's okay. Let's get out of here.
Not in this part of the desert. They're more savanna creatures, which is further south.
Oh well, Hakuna Matata. That's what I always say in this situation.
Since I'm the only cat here, I'll just go ahead and say I just can't wait to be king. Let's get out here.
All right, I suppose we should all be prepared in case anything happens.
All right, you guys move on.
Summon the elephants. That was cool.
And you follow the
so many
tracks in the direction they were going. After about another, you're estimating 3 or 4 hours worth of walking, it is nearly full dark. You do come across an inn.
An Airbnb.
It's not much. It is one level tall, a little ramshackle. There's a well out front where the door is, which is up here. So
Did the
What's the
tracks
play
lead
here?
here?
Yeah.
Did the tracks lead here?
the tracks come here, but there is so much traffic of booted feet around this area that you lose them. They're gone.
Maybe they could give us some advice.
Or perhaps the necromancer is among them.
Among them.
That gives me an idea.
That gives me an idea. Where's the vents?
I'm just gonna go lean against the wall and
Kind of a-
cast detect magic.
There's magic in there, but it's really minor. You're not sure. Parts of the inn itself, the building on this inn, are magical. They seem to be. So it's possible it's just like alarms or something. You're not exactly sure.
So just a heads up, everybody. I'm detecting magic along this building. The building itself seems to be a little magical. I'm sensing a little bit inward. Before we go blazing the trail in there, if you don't mind, I'd like to do a quick walk around, stealthy like, and just kind of keep it like see if there's anything that out of the ordinary. Because I mean, this is an inn in the middle of the damn desert.
Yeah, is it? Can mimics be as big as a whole inn? That's just my question.
I don't know, but I'll also look for chicken feet just to be safe.
Do you want me to make once you look around? Do you want one of us to go in and maybe just suss it out before, or what?
Yeah, let's just keep our distance. I'll do a one around just to ease my paranoia, and then we head on in.
Sounds
You go look around. There's a garden next to it with some veggies growing. Looks like it's a little scraggly, but there's some saguaro cactus area in the area, so that's not horribly super dry. Usually you get those, some of the a lot of cacti, when they get they have enough water to grow. These are tall enough that they have enough water to grow that size. And there's a well here, and as you go around, you can see a little ways off that there is an outhouse. It's built towards the back, over this way somewhere, because like everyone who has to dig a well in a small space where there should also be a latrine, there's some space between them to help make sure that you don't contaminate. So it does appear to be a safer, a safe way station. So.
Okay. So I'm also looking as I'm doing this once round. I'm being all stealthy and quiet as I creeping about. I'm looking for any signs of underworld stuff. Signs that might indicate that the old guild has a handhold here, something like that.
Nothing that you recognize.
Mm-mm.
Okay, fair enough. I'll head back over to my party and say, all in all, from outward appearances, it looks like it's a fairly standard inn. So, let's take a look inside.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Does it sound like it's lively? Does it sound like there's music or anything coming from the front?
No, it is late enough at night that it might actually be quieted down. In this case, people might actually be sleeping.
All right. Do you want me to go in? Oh, hang on, Ishi. What's up?
Are you going in through the garden?
I don't know. Is this the main door?
I'm
This
zoomed
is
out
the
too
main
far.
door. This is the main door.
I'm just zoomed out too far. That's all that was.
Okay.
This is a garden. The garden's got fence raised up, and it's kind of tall.
Oh, it's like a
You
little
guess
patio.
because you just saw elephants a couple of hours ago, a few hours ago, that might be some of that stuff is there to keep the elephants out.
Sure.
Oh, so that's tall fence.
It's tall, but it's a weird fence. It's got a tall fence, and then it's got an open space, right? So you can see out and see in, but not quite. But it's not very large. It's it's there, but it might be at a space where an elephant would have a hard time seeing through it, and it's covered all the way to the ground because there's things that will crawl in and eat the veggies too.
So it's It's an opening large enough that an elephant can stick their trunk in and grab.
It's barely large enough that an elephant could stick their trunk through, but they'd have to see it. And that's kind of like it's like you can see the planks are very intentionally put at like adult elephant height at covered baby height and kind of like randomly spaced holes around where the teenage height might be, trying to keep the elephants from eating the food.
All right. All right, well, let's, I guess, try to go inside.
Yeah, you guys can head in.
Hello.
There's a guy does greet you when you come in, and
Hello.
you got like you guys came in the front door, and then the door into the kitchen space opens, and a guy walks out. He's very tired, and he's like, "Most travelers are here a couple of hours ago."
Yes, well, you know, night owl. Have you got the room?
I've got 3 beds in the back. You go down and to the left there'll be a door, and there's 3 beds in that room. And then there's the double bed in this room, and he points over this way. Are open. That's what I've got. I'll deal with you in the morning. Go to bed. And he walks out.
I will. Okay, great. I will. I'll just put my coin purse away, and I guess. Well, I'll just go to the back. Oh, I dibs this bed.
Yeah. So there's the 3 beds back here that were open, and there's a double bed right here.
We should probably stick together.
Yeah, we should all stay in one room. I think for the night. Was anybody else in the common room? Like everybody else was in the beds?
Everybody else was in beds.
If you have like even just pillows on the ground, I can make do.
All right, I can get a pillow on the ground. I'll just throw a couple pillows on the ground for you.
She just plumps down on them.
All right. Do we want to like see if we can hear anything? Where's Tyball? This nimble kitty cat. Is he here?
Ty's in here somewhere.
Ty is not in there. Ty is
Ty's
definitely
hitting
not
back.
in there. Ty
All right,
Ty hung back a little bit and kind of watched for a moment.
All right.
Nothing
I trust
happened.
whatever he's doing, he's gonna tell us if he needs us. I'm very tired, and Lila's just gonna take herself to bed.
Wait, so the guy, he just basically said, "I'll deal with you in the morning," and peaced out.
Yeah, you could tell he was exhausted and wanted to go back to bed.
What's behind the bar?
Back here,
Yeah, what's behind the bar?
there's a couple of loaded crossbows. A couple of unloaded crossbows. There's a couple crossbows, and a short sword. Mm-hmm. You figure it's the typical stuff you'd keep behind a bar where you may have ruffians traveling through.
Sure.
There's mugs, tankards, that kind of thing. So,
I assume a bottle of alcohol.
it is locked. There's a gate. There's like a metal grate. It's in front of where the bottles are kept.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, good to know. Good to know. Does a 15 unlock that lock?
Yeah.
Padlock?
Oh yeah.
Just take a bottle towards the back. Something that like might look dusty.
It's literally just a single shelf, top and bottom. There is no back bottles of it. There's just a double row of bottles, top and bottom, that are there.
Something unopened.
There is one unopened bottle. Yeah.
Okay. I'll take that. Go ahead, relock the cabinet.
Wait, you have to do one thing first.
Mm.
You have to spread them out so there's not just like a hole.
Yep. Oh yeah.
where-
Yeah. Just kind of spread things out a little bit. Move things just enough so that it looks like nothing else was taken or anything like that. Close it up, relock. I'd like to then go and just take a listen at the doors of the other rooms, if I could.
Yeah, you hear snoring in all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy breathing.
Are the other doors locked?
This door is not. This door is locked, and this door is locked.
Okay. I just want to take a peek into the room that's not locked, very stealthily.
There's a dwarf on the single bed, sleeping.
Okay. Just close very like. What does the dwarf look like? Adventure type, weapons nearby.
Yeah, I mean it's there's an adventurer's pack and a dwarven there's a warhammer sitting next to it, and the dwarf is half cuddling the pack and warhammer on the bed. They're not on the floor; they're on the bed.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Taking a look at the next room. Quick detect magic.
Yeah, there's magic inside the room. Your best guess is it's probably maybe a magical weapon or some item that a member of that somebody sleeping in there would carry. Probably 2 or 3 items if you're really guessing.
Does a 15 unlock the door?
Yeah.
I would like to very stealthily peek in.
Yeah, there's a in this case a human on this bed, and up over here is a crowfolk or a birdfolk tengu, specifically in that styling. It's very but they look more like a Western crow than a tengu in Japanese mythology would typically look. So it's birdfolk. Sleeping. They're perched like a bird would be, like laying on the bed in that regard, head tucked around, and they've got a pack underneath them on the bed as well.
Okay.
You're not sure where the human's pack is. You can't tell, but the human lying there is still like. It appears to be wearing their hijab still in bed. So you're guessing that this is not a family situation, and the modesty is being kept in that moment.
Anything in this room give me necromancer vibes?
No.
Fair enough. Relock the door, and I would like to do basically rinse and repeat at the next room.
Okay.
Detect magic, check, unlock the door, take a look what's inside.
Okay.
However, that one was an 11, a nat 1.
You were not able to unlock the door.
Man, oh man. This one, I guess I gotta get these pics re-looked at. Damn it. Okay, that's fair enough. I'm gonna make my way back into the room and lock the door, put a chair underneath the handle of the door, and then say, so here's a report of what I saw. Unfortunately, that last door kind of gave me a little bit of trouble, but I wouldn't be completely opposed to giving it a second look, just in case if y'all feeling it. If you're not worried about it, I'll leave it up to you. But as you think about it, I'll pop that bottle open and kind of take a swig and pass it around.
Okay.
Lila is asleep.
Polly takes a little bit from the bottle, but then just goes to bed.
Any thoughts from Ishi?
He's gonna pass on drink. Ishi is curled up in the way that like a fox or a cat would like just sort of make themselves into a circle to sleep. with a cloak sort of draped over them, except for one eye that's open, still kind of looking out.
You gave your report to the two that were awake. One of them fell asleep. The other one is in dozing mode.
Ready to fall asleep, but is still a bodyguard, so will be the last to fall asleep.
Fair enough. I'm gonna go ahead. I will go over to my bed, load my crossbow, sit it down on the ground right there, just in case I need to grab it, have my rapier next to me, and okay. Last thing I'm going to do before I go to bed is I'm going to take just a bit of cloth, and I'm going to dip that cloth into the alcohol and shove it down in there. Just have a Molotov cocktail ready.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
In this
Okay.
enclosed wooden space.
Yeah,
What's the worst that could happen? It's going to be fine.
with a loaded crossbow next to it.
Yeah.
totally fine.
This, this is one natural one away from being a huge disaster.
Right? Time
We
was
got
like,
several
and,
days.
and now just let me set up all my dominoes one by one, just right to the door.
Exactly. Exactly.
So pick high or low.
Mhm.
Yeah.
One of you needs to pick high or low.
Oh.
This is trap. This is bait.
Yes.
It is. This is GM bait. Pick high or low.
High and low.
Low.
Low, you said. Okay. 34. You're fine. Nobody woke up in the middle of the night and kicked the crossbow.
Don't worry. The safety's on old Betsy.
Don't worry. The safety is on old Betsy.
All right. Come morning. You
all right. Okay.
the
when we
lights are
heal-
Huh?
Is it? I'm trying to remember.
This
how
is a
much we
full
heal.
round heal, yeah.
Yeah. What's our? What do we heal? It's
Oh, spells
for a
back.
long rest.
Spells back? Yeah, spells back.
It's your level plus your con mod in hit points.
Perfect.
If I'm remembering the math right.
What level are we?
Is that it? That feels really
four.
low.
No,
that might be
that's
low.
Right. No,
Hang
I think
on.
that's right. Sleep does not get you much hit points in Pathfinder.
No,
You have
it
to, like,
doesn't.
rest for like a week or something, right? Like it's
But I mean, that brought me up to full. That was all I needed to worry about.
yeah. And I got spell slots back.
Excuse me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Long rest. Here you go. Spend an entire day and night during downtime to recover hit points equal to your con modifier multiplied by double your level. But you aren't taking a full day and night to heal.
Yeah, a character who rests for 8 hours recovers in the following way: hit points equal to their Constitution modifier multiplied by level.
Yeah, okay, so multiplied by level, not plus level. So it's con mod times level.
Okay.
Okay,
Still.
that's still not a lot.
Yeah, it's really not.
It's not. It never has been.
Yeah,
Pathfinder is a lot harder to heal on, but it makes you work on time and downtime activities in different ways. So, so when you guys get up, there are four. When you come out, the barkeep, the innkeeper is out there. There's bowls. There's 4 extra bowls on the counter. These 4 have eaten. There's couple little rolls next to the bowls. It looks like some kind of just leftover veggie stew with fresh bread. These 4 are eating at the counter. Or at the table. When you get done, this guy walks over, drops down a couple gold, and heads out.
Bye.
Did I get a chance to take a look at him as he was leaving?
Yeah. You don't recognize him in any way?
Nothing.
Is he
giving
wearing
me
a big name
necromancer?
tag that says like, "Hi, I'm a necromancer"?
Yeah.
No.
Shoot him in the back anyway.
Yeah, kill them all. Where's that cocktail you got?
You really don't want to.
We don't
At
know
least
that.
one of these people is an iconic, and that means level 20.
Yeah, that's me. I'm iconic, baby.
Is I don't know. There's a couple options. It could be the bartender, because that'd be very funny. Level 20 bartender.
Yep.
Or the guy whose token was gold.
This one?
No, the one that
No, the one that left.
Oh, the one that left. That could be possible. Yeah, yeah. You don't know. Attacking these people, attacking a guy who runs a bar in the middle of the desert is not smart.
That's never been our modus operandi. How much for the room? Keep, innkeep.
The innkeep gives you slides across a written bill.
10,000 sovereigns.
It is written out 3 beds
3 beds.
because he knows you only slept in 3 of them, and it is 4 breakfasts, and you also get a bottle and then 1 bottle of alcohol.
I was gonna pay him anyway. It don't
This
matter.
guy
I was
knows
gonna
what
pay
we're
him.
up to.
I was gonna
What?
ask him how much it cost anyway. Just the asshole left before I could order.
Oh, he was
And-
too tired to care,
And
so he's charging you for it.
And the price of a locksmith for 3 new locks.
I fixed out. They were fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
So that's all taken care of. It is like he's not charging anything more than usual, so it comes out to like 5. It comes out to like 8 gold pieces, including the alcohol, which is not much. So
All right, there you go, barkeep.
it's just maintaining supply lines of food into a desert inn is kind of expensive.
Jeez, it's really expensive here.
Yeah.
All right. I got this one. I got this one, friends.
All right, are you guys gonna chat with the other patrons that are still here at all?
Yeah, I suppose we probably should do this, hey?
Yeah, I
Well,
would.
shoot. Yeah, who do we want to talk to? Do we want to talk to the barkeep and see if anyone else left that matches our description? Maybe we can split it up. Someone can go and chat with all these fellas over at the table. Or what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'll chat up one of them because I definitely was going to ask the exact same thing. You grab one, I'll
Right.
grab one.
Sure, I'll talk to the bartender. I'll talk to him.
I'll talk to one of the others.
All right.
Okay.
So I'll
So roll your diplomacy or deception, depending on which one you want to do.
can I get a bonus if I also slide a gold coin
Oh no!
for my roll of diplomacy? So
No. There's
who
no
else?
bonus for paying for the information.
Who else was in? Hey, we're looking for a friend of ours. And I'll give a brief description of the man we're tracking. He's we tracked him here, but he wasn't in that when we got in last night, we don't think. And I just want to know if you saw anyone in the last couple of days.
Yesterday evening, there was a guy that we know came past. Just it was a ways off. You could see him, and there was like a group of people moving through. Probably 3 or 4 of them. Kind of hard to tell. They were just a little ways off. Saw them walk past. They didn't come to the inn, so they must
they
not have
didn't
had far
stop
to
in.
go.
Okay. Is there anything around here they could be going for? Any like caves or towns or sky ships?
There's some more foothills just a little ways the direction they were heading. There used to be a town up there. Don't know if there still is. Haven't been over there, and
Okay.
haven't been over there in a long time. And it's hard living up in the rocks and scree around here. So
Is it an abandoned town, or you haven't just been for a while?
haven't been for a while. It's just it's hard living. It could have been abandoned, and refilled like 5 times since I last came. So
Sure thing.
they're always
Alright.
mining for silver up in the hills around here.
Silver,
So
you say? Oh, okay. Lots of silver. Interesting. Okay,
yes,
well,
people
great.
mine gold, silver.
Yeah.
Yeah. Silver was
Yeah.
the most recent thing they were after. That was about 10 years ago.
Sure. All right. Well, great. I'll maybe see if I can buy a couple loaves of bread just to carry with us while we
Oh yeah, yeah,
canvass the other party members
yeah.
or other patrons.
All right, who's talking with the people other than the bartender?
I was going to go hit up the individuals over at the table. Maybe
Okay.
hit up whoever looks the shadiest.
They all look about the same, as they all seem to be traveling together. So they're sitting and chatting like they're old friends. And Holly gets there first and plops down with her bowl and roll. Holly, however, how do you fail to have a conversation with these folks?
So,
What's up, fuckers?
so I'm kind of curious. What brings everyone all the way out here? Haha.
They just look at you like, we're traveling south.
Yeah, but why?
There's stuff to do.
Damn it, Holly, you've lost your touch.
They just look at you like, eh?
At which point Ty comes over and plops down next to the seat and says, "Now, just hold on there, short stack. This ain't. We don't need to be bothering these poor people about where their destination is. That's a rude thing. However, as one traveler to another, I'm sure you can appreciate the fact that there are some dangerous individuals out in those foothills and surrounding areas. And we happen to be traveling in that general direction. Now, it sounded to me like you said you were heading south, which is opposite of where we heading. So I was wondering, perhaps you might have seen anyone, like shady types, banditry or the like. We're also looking for an individual, wielding the darker magics, resurrecting skeletons and the like, and being just downright horrible to people. Now, if you perhaps might have seen somebody like this and were willing to speak about it, I would definitely appreciate it with my 19 diplomacy.
Flashes your diplomacy card.
We did come across a couple bandit groups along the way here, but they were quite a ways off. Wasn't anything nearby, but we saw a supply train heading towards that town that the owner mentioned. It's kind of weird. I mean, it wasn't the kind of normal. It didn't seem like a normal supply train, which you'd expect a few, some oaths and stuff like that. There was a lot more animals involved than usual, and this ain't farming area. Like you're not going to get away with having like anything more than a couple chickens. There was like half a dozen goats, and goats don't survive deserts very well. Like this kind of area, like they need savanna or more for food. The dwarf cuts in with, yeah, it seemed like it seemed like the sacrificial kind of stuff that you would see at the old temples growing up. Weird kind of things people did with goats there. I don't know.
Oh dear.
Yes, says the crow, who seems to be the most scholarly of them. Turns his head, pulls out a monocle, and pulls out a book and says, "Yes, my notes. I always take notes. My notes say they had 8 goats, 2 cows, and only like 3 chickens mixed in with the bags of veggies and the bags of vegetables and other things like the beans. There might have been some tubers. I think there was a bag with potatoes on it, or yams, something. They were a ways off, but we could see it, and
You can see what was in the bag. What? I'm not there. I'm having bread.
The crow has really good long distance sight,
Sure,
but
sure.
not leave things right next to its face.
Gotcha. Okay.
And
Right.
yes, and I'm pretty sure there was only it was an oxen team rather than a horse team, which donkeys, horses, not much difference, but it seemed like they were using oxen, and oxen eat about this are more they need more grass than we get around here, so I don't know what they'd be doing with them either. The only thing that made sense is the chickens.
So, if they're bringing in that many animals and this area really isn't sustaining that sort of thing, did you not get the sense that they were less about, being eaten on and possibly more like a sacrifice, that sort of thing?
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking too, says the dwarf. And it's not saying there's anything else about it, but that just kind of felt like a sacrificial group. I don't know if there's a temple up there or anything. At which point the bartender cuts in and says, "Yeah, there used to be a temple to some old forgotten, I forget what god it was up there."
Winner chicken dinner right there.
Yeah, well, it's up that way. There's, if that's what you're after, that the town would be the best place to go. And he hands out some.
All right.
He gives you guys directions on exactly how to get to town without wasting wandering time in the desert.
That is extremely helpful. That's exactly what we are
Very
looking
helpful.
for.
Thank you so much.
Loads you up with. You guys can buy some extra rations and supplies while you're here. He has a bunch of dried meat. He pulls out, and some additional. Some harder, like loaves of bread, things that are mostly stale. But since you're leaving, a mostly stale loaf of bread is fine because you're gonna eating it as you walk anyway. So you guys get you get a fresh loaf or two, but he gives you a couple loaves of, like 3 loaves of stale bread.
Day old. Yeah.
Yeah, stuff that'll be really nice for travel. It's a thicker, harder bread made with it's a little bit got some extra grain and husk in it. The kind of thing you'd find when you were hiking in the mountains. And you guys can buy some dried meat and some extra veggies along the way.
Yeah, absolutely. We would definitely grab all of that. Some extra
One
water skins
elephant
as well.
jerky.
You get it only costs you an extra gold to buy up all the food, so
I'll take care of that. I suppose you got any of those elephants that we saw at the watering hole, like maybe tamed, something we could ride?
Oh yeah.
oh no, sorry. We don't keep that around here.
That's a shame.
Too much of a temptation for the prides.
Which
I suppose so. That's a shame. I would love to ride an elephant one day.
I wish you luck. You might find something in one of the bigger cities, further north of here, but nothing out here with us.
No. We just gonna go ahead and deal with that temple you told us about. So don't worry too much. Those horrible necromancers ain't gonna come and kill y'all.
Okay, well, we appreciate that, and I'm sure the Pathfinder Society will as well.
nice.
Anybody
All right.
got
Are we
anything?
ready to leave? No. Just let's throw this Molotov cocktail at the inn and be on our way. Let's go.
All right. It is the end point of the day. You guys have gotten some information. You know where you're heading, and you're going on up to that what used to be a town, and there is definitely something fishy going on, and there was a temple there. So next month, Billy will be missing, so we will be running another side adventure, and for those of you who follow anything involved in this, we are going to be up in the Broken Lands area, and having a wonderful time with the Frozen North portion of that. So I hope you have a good day. Enjoy the rest of this, and once again, happy Pride. And before we go, as usual, everybody spell out what you do.
Like all at once, or
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just all yell it at once.
1, 2, yeah. No, Jen, direct us.
All right.
Roll call.
Well, let's go with we'll go reverse order to now. So it's Tensei, you're first.
yeah. Hello. I have been and will continue to be Tensei. You can find me at Tensei Dragon, TENSEI DRAGON on Discord and Blue Sky, and that's it. As far as social media goes, I am also behind the scenes on almost every project over on the Bard Rock network of shows. In particular, please go check out Monster Cafe. It is our family monster hunting monster of the week show that I have been using to learn sound engineering, and it's been a very fun process.
Awesome.
I spent 40 minutes messing with a low pass filter on punches to make it sound like they came from a child instead of an adult.
Oh,
Amazing.
fancy. All right, and Common, where else can we find you?
Well, you can find me on Tuesdays on the same network playing Mutants in the Now, where I play as a character whose voice I realize sounds very similar, Blue Cobalt, a tarantula woman who is, a criminal. But she has a heart of raw, actually. She's pretty much destroyed by the information age. I am also on Battle of the Blorbos, which is a different show that our gracious host M runs, where we empirically try to figure out who the best character in all of fiction is. So definitely check out Battle of the Blorbos if you want to see who is objectively the best and objectively the worst. And let me just say, I'm proud to be involved with one of those placements.
And Matt?
Howdy, everybody. As always, I'm Scruffy Wanderer on the tweets and everything else. You can always find me on my network, Random Rhapsody, on Twitch, on YouTube, on TikTok, and pretty much everywhere else. We do a lot of different campaigns. This Monday, you can see us playing the Aethertech Wars, a Pathfinder 2e campaign. So come check us out.
All right, and before we get back to you, Billy, I do want to say I'm seeing that Weed and Sun followed us. Thank you, Weed and Sun. When I'm running and watching, it's kind of hard to catch all of those things, so thank you for following us here. And Billy, where are you at?
Yeah, you can follow the podcast that I do. It is at the Nothing to Fear podcast on Instagram. You can listen to that wherever you get your podcasts. There's over 150 episodes, each on a different horror movie. But I'm also around. I'm going to be guesting on the Super Scary podcast for one of his Pride episodes. We're going to be talking about Jennifer's Body, the movie, and coming in July and August, we're doing what I'm calling Twilight Summer, where we talk about all the Twilight movies one by one. It's going to be a great fun time. I'm very excited to release the episodes once they've been edited. So Nothing to Fear podcast, anywhere you get your pods, and stay tuned because I'm trying to breathe some more life into it after taking a hiatus for school. So Nothing to Fear podcast.
Before we sign off, I just want to say, please pay attention. Sometime next week, probably closer to the end of the week, you will see on Drive Through RPG, there will be a release from Transistor Games. It is a new project. It is I'm running it, and it is going to be a mutual aid monsters. The Pride Slimes will be released, and you can pick that up wherever you can pick that up through Drive Through RPG. And that money will be given in mutual aid to another member of the trans or non-binary community in need. So, have a wonderful week. Happy Pride, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.